Hi, it's Mrs. Pope, and today we're going to talk about operations on functions. We're going to find the sum, difference, product, and quotient of these functions: add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So first, let's add or subtract. We have two functions, f of x and g of x, and I want to add them. For a, I want to take f plus g of x. So that means take each function and add them together. So f of x plus g of x. So if I do that, I just take whatever f of x is, x squared, and I know it just says x squared minus 4, but I'm actually going to put a little placeholder here, and it may help you. It's not something that you have to do, it's just a suggestion. The reason I did that, because I looked over here and I saw I had an x term. I don't have an x term over here, so I just want to hold a place for that so I can line them up when I add them together. So there's f of x plus g of x. Now I have somewhere to put that 2x. Add them up, x squared plus 2x minus 3. That would be our final answer. Now we want to subtract f of x minus g of x. So we have, I'm going to do the same thing, x squared plus nothing x minus 4 minus 2x plus 1. So I'm going to subtract here, x squared minus nothing, of course, just x squared, minus 2x, and negative 4 minus 1 is going to be negative 5. So that would be my final answer. Adding, subtracting. Let's move on to multiply and divide. Here are two functions, f of x and g of x, and I would like to multiply them together. F times g of x. So this really means f of x times g of x. So let's write out f of x, which is x squared plus 7x plus 12 times 3x minus 4. So now I need to take each one of this x squared is going to be multiplied by both terms here. So I have x squared times 3x, x squared times minus 4. Then I'm going to have to multiply the 7x times everything in here. And finally, I'm going to have to multiply the 12 times everything in here. So we're going to have a lot to keep track of, but it's really not that bad if you just stay organized. So let's start with the red. X squared times 3x is going to be 3x cubed. X squared times minus 4 would be minus 4x squared. Now let's move to the 7x. 7x times 3x is going to be 21x squared. 7x times minus 4 is going to be minus 28x. And then 12 times 3 is 3x is going to be 36x. 12 times minus 4, minus 48. All right, like I said, we have a lot of terms. Now we just want to collect our like terms and simplify. So if I'm looking at cubes, I look through, that's the only cube I have. So my final answer is going to have 3x cubed. I've taken care of that. Now look at my squares. I have negative 4 and 21. So if I put those together, I'm going to have a positive 17x squared. I've taken care of those. I suggest you mark through them as you collect them so that it's easier to keep track of. What's next? I have x's. I have negative 28 and 36. So I'm going to be left with 8 of those. And then, of course, I have my minus 48. So now I've taken care of each term. I have a cube, squared, x, and a constant. That would be my final answer. So just keep in mind when you multiply, everything has to be multiplied by each other. All right, now dividing. Last example for today, f divided by g of x. So I want to take x squared plus 7x plus 12 divided by 3x minus 4. And we're actually able to leave it this way. We've just set them up as a ratio. But we need to keep in mind, remember the denominator cannot, that doesn't mean cannot, what am I writing? Cannot equal 0, or does not equal 0. You can't divide by 0. So you can leave it this way, but you have to have a condition. You have to figure out what is the one x value that would not work. So it's whatever would make the denominator equal to 0. Well, 3x minus 4, if that were equal to 0, 3x is equal to 4, x equals 4/3. So the way you would write your answer is, this is the quotient, however, comma, x cannot equal 4/3. So all of this is necessary to be the correct answer. You must state what the denominator cannot be. All right, thanks for watching, and remember, you are responsible for your own learning.